Hi, everyone, and welcome to Felipe Cofino's book launch, Miranda and Max's Adventure. Oh my goodness. So, what you just saw run by the second promo, that would have been the book launch campaign, a 3 week soft campaign for this book promotion. I want to thank Felipe Cofino for putting his trust in guiding brilliant writers to bring this 25-year-long dream to fruition. Um, all of a sudden, my face just got really bright because I'm sitting in front of my screen and the sun just decided to come out. Chinese eyes. All right, you guys know Nick. Oh, we're going to have so much fun tonight. For those of you that attended Nick Never in Control last Saturday, when we launched the ebook, you got an opportunity to speak with Felipe about this dream and what it felt like to bring it to fruition. You also got to have a sneak peek conversation with his daughter Miranda, to whom this book is dedicated. So, yes, Miranda will be joining us a little later in the show. And if you hadn't gotten an opportunity to meet her, I am so excited for you to talk to her. Felipe has prepared something very special that we will share throughout the show so that you can get to know Miranda as she was growing up. Because when you meet her, Miranda is not the little girl that is depicted in the storybook, of course. She's all grown up now and recently engaged. So I'm going to go right on ahead and bring our guest up here. We want to maximize our time with him today, and we certainly want to offer him tons of congratulations. But just hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's everyone doing? Hello, Nick. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I've just been watching all of this unraveling, and I think it was so we have been launching this book for about 3 weeks. And the funny thing is, when Felipe reached out to me, I was um
Tell me the original date you gave me.
so I originally told Felipe that my next opening wasn't until February next year, but I could work to get him in for Christmas. Because I had just come off the heels of the third in the trilogy of the psychological thriller authors, The Silent Canvas. And, gearing up right now in the next month or so to release Piece by Piece by Dr. Hudgens. Felipe was like, I can't wait till Christmas. I was like, all right, amigo, I got you. We're friends. We've known each other a bit now, I would say. We've run the circuit. You've written in my books. I'm gonna make this happen.
Now, in my defense, though, hey, Will, good to see you, man. I used to work with Will. In my defense, I will say that I had finished the book. I finished the illustration. I did the cover. I did the back cover. Like I pretty much tried to do it as like a finished product, knowing that it still needed to be formatted and all that. But I wanted to show her, like, I'm not just thinking about it. Like, I'm done. Here, look at it and see. So so it wasn't like she had to wait like weeks to see something.
No, absolutely not. And you're actually like, if I had to prime example client, I mean, we've spoken about this because that word client's so weird because we're friends. But honestly, a big part of this, and I was sharing this with Aaron, my executive remote producer who's backstage. I was actually having this conversation with him yesterday. We do try to catch up video calls, right? And I said, not for nothing, Felipe is on his promotion. And, this is the type of client a publishing company wants to work with hand in hand. They're prepared, they're organized, they take advice, they follow through. A publishing company can only promote so much, right? So we do cover designs. He already had his cover design done, right? He was ready to format. That was great. We were able to pass that through. And we do tons of different types of promotion ourselves, right? Graphics, we do videos, We do AI clips of live shows, all sorts of things. But as the publishing company, we have our reach, yes, and our audience. You, as the author, have your reach and your audience as well. So if you want to maximize um, putting out a book and book sales, you really want to reach as many people as possible. So Felipe did a phenomenal job. I just have to say, inviting a ton of people to the show. Like, look. All right, good job. And like I don't have a problem saying that. Like I'm not up here going, oh my God, like I'm the publishing company. Did I just say the author had to help promote? Yes, I did.
Well, I hope so. Authors should promote their own stuff.
Reality. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone who showed up. I can invite whoever I want. It's up to them to show up. So thank you all for showing up.
Yes, and there's so many people out there already. So you know what? I know you've seen the comments. If you want to give a shout out, by all means, because there are lots of people here that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet.
Oh, so, I just did something. Hold on.
You lose everyone. Well, no. Hello, Meryl from New Jersey. Oh, you're right around the corner from me. I'm right in New York. We should totally just meet up in the city and have a coffee.
Oh my God. If you meet Meryl in person, please let us know and take a picture, because we have talked to Meryl for years. And I've only had the privilege of hearing Meryl for about 10 seconds when he came on an audio one time by accident on stage. And I heard him say, I heard the words, "Oh no," and then he went back down. So if you ever see Meryl in person, that's going to be like a huge thing. Okay.
All right, Meryl, you heard that, right? I think Felipe literally just threw down the gauntlet there. That means that I have to figure out how to get you to New York so that I can snap a picture with you. Just saying.
Oh, thank you, Meryl. Meryl's a master connector. He's one of the biggest supporters and everyone's biggest supporters. And Mike LeBlanc, he did something very special, which you'll hear a little bit later. I'll hold out on the recognition for that. Oh, you're in New Jersey too? I didn't realize that.
All right, you see, look at that. I already have a in-person coffee chat happening soon. Like New Jersey's a stone's throw away from me.
There you go.
God, gracious. So, all right, so I am going to throw up the QR code before we go any further. You bet we want you to go out there and buy the paperback. So last Saturday we did the ebook. The ebook sales flew off the charts, so much so that this book sold in 7 countries. Yes, you heard that, 7 countries. Okay, and to today, since Saturday, remains the #1 top new release in interactive children's adventure. Don't believe me? Go check Amazon.
Thank you to everyone who made that happen, because that's all of you all.
You guys are making that happen. And the book reviews are flying in. They are off the hook. And the QR code I'm going to share right now.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
The QR code I'm going to share right now. And this is where we're really, 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 really asking you to step up for Felipe here. This is for the paperback. Okay. And this is Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble. If you buy this book at Barnes & Noble and leave a review, and we, over the next few days, can get those sales rolling, we are going to catch the eye of who we need to possibly put this book in the stores. If you are self-published, which many people are now on Kindle, there is no way to finagle or buy your way into a bookstore. It's impossible. Okay? The only way you could do that is for a distributor like Barnes & Nobles to pick up your book because of the velocity of sales and demand. And then they will take that book and they will put it in their bookstore. This is the first of BackYard Adventures Presents. So let's help him get this series on the shelves. And then Copper will thank you too. I know some of y'all did not get your phone out there, so I'm going to put it back again. Ready? Phones out. Let's go. Okay, I really thought that was running for 10 seconds. That might be why the media aspect in the background looks blank. Okay. Technical difficulties 101. Executive remote producers are showing me teeth back there, and I'm pretty sure that's not a smile. But whatever. Listen, anybody who knows Nick and knows Guiding Brilliant Writers know I'm going to be real, and there's just no other way to be. That's it. So, anyway, before we go on. Yeah, go.
No, I was just going to share. So one of the things, you always see those unboxing videos, especially on Instagram and on TikTok and all that. And I'm always like, okay, like I used to make fun of them. I like, oh, you opened the box. Wow. But then I understand people are excited about getting something. So like, all right, I get it. I didn't make fun of it anymore. I'm like, I'm never going to do that, And then of course, yesterday I did one and I went ahead and I showed it to my kids. I'm like, all right, just be honest. If it's cringy, tell me. If it's good, tell me. Just be honest. They looked at me like, oh, it's definitely cringy, but it's good. Go ahead and post it. So I was like, and it was one of those things where, it's like, you don't, that's why people say never, because you never know when you might end up doing something that you least expected. But it's been really, the reviews have been amazing. I really appreciate the comments have been coming through. There's been people that I went to grade school with, high school with, that have reached out, and it's just amazing to see them pop up. Will Ferguson, I worked with at Hyatt 20 years ago. So wow. It's those kind of things that it's just nice to see those friends that, they're still in the atmosphere, but you don't always see them. And when they pop up, it just puts a smile on your face.
It's amazing how people come back around. And like I say, the circles, they expand, they contract, but always. I did see your comment, Melissa, so we will drop the links in the chat as well.
Speaking of Miss Houston, I want to give a shout out to Miss Houston here, because when you get the book, I'm not going to share any of the Easter eggs like I told people in the unboxing video, but when you look at the book and you notice one of the scenes is this pearl squirrel, is upset about the nuts. He's trying to get the nuts gathered, right? Now, a little thing that I will show you, actually I'll probably get today, is I want to show you where the squirrel was inspired by. But what Miss Houston did was like, what would be really cute? Why don't you go ahead and put like some nuts following the page and just make it a little bit more engaging, a little more, add that little extra flair. And I've gotten so many wonderful comments about that specifically. So I just want to give a shout out to her, because she really, besides being a great friend, a great co-host, a great little sister, she's also a great, wise person who gives good advice.
I love that, because actually the person that helped me to do the formatting on the book, she herself has published several children's stories. And so when she received the file and she opened it up, she reached back out to me to say, oh my God, this is adorable. Like, I just love it. She's like, cute pictures. I love the little touches. So, coming from somebody that has experience doing this, understanding the little aesthetics behind what pulls people in, that was genius. That was a genius move.
Well, one of the things that, people ask me about, did I do the illustration? And I'm like, yes and no. So I've always, anyone who knows me knows that I have sketchbooks galore, and I don't always show them to anybody, but I have them where I sketch little things, and I'm good at landscapes and small animals. People, I just can't do. I mean, I can do people. If I try to draw you, Nick, I draw a beautiful woman, but it would not resemble you. It would resemble just a complete stranger. So, but what I did was I took photographs of Max and Miranda, and then I drew sketches of the animals that I had in the yard. And then I took AI and said, do me a favor, take these, cartoonize them, and give me some good images. And from there, I was able to work with those for the different scenes. But it was one of those things where tap into your strengths, but definitely know your weaknesses, because when you need help, you need help, whether it's from a publisher or from AI.
Yes, exactly. And, I have never had an issue being transparent about where I am on this journey, right? It's 6-7 months now, just about, since the publishing company opened. And I've been doing anthologies, and then went into solo, which ended up into horror, which ended up into children's. And next month is a clinical. I can't match this piece of my skill set. I am learning as I go. So I am reliant on mentors, I'm reliant on colleagues, and I'll get where I'm going. So, I really appreciate that Felipe, and we had a conversation the other night. I think I called him a little bit panicked. Um, and he kind of was like, listen, I kind of knew you this was your first children's book. He's like, that's not why I worked with you. I had my reasons for working with you. um and that means a lot. It means a lot, because really and truly, when you pour your heart and soul, and it's a conversation I also have with my husband regularly, down to a few minutes ago, when you decide you're going to pick yourself up and walk away from a really good job like I did, I scratch my head at moments going, yeah, did you just walk away from that? And, you know, there's always both sides. When you go into entrepreneurship, there's both sides. There's always a sacrifice, and there are going to be moments when you're going to be scared as shit. And there are going to be moments where you're like, I made the best decision of my life. And in these moments on stage with your author, okay, who is celebrating a milestone, why, and that remind you why you took the leap of faith. So you have done me quite an honor, and I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you for making it so easy, and it was definitely an easy choice, because you like I said, there are other people that have done publishing and children's books, but I knew what kind of publisher you were from the other books we co-authored, and when you have someone that cares and is good at what they do, I'm okay with not knowing how to do something, because I know that you're going to care enough to learn how to do it right. And I think that's what really matters. So
that's the thing; it has to be done right. And of course, you don't mind that I'm bothering you at 9:00 in the night. Hey, listen, are you still awake?
So so that squirrel I showed you. If you buy the book, you'll see a squirrel that's in a tree, and it just looks like it's lethargic, and all its limbs are hanging off the branch, and he looks like a depressed little squirrel. Well, I gotta tell you, he exists. Here he is.
Wow.
And he would hang out on that branch on a regular basis, and we would just sit there and watch him. And I'm like, he's just the laziest little squirrel. And we named them, and we watch him over the years. But yeah, he was the one that was inspired.
I love that you're sharing this. I mean, oh my God, this is not, something that we already knew. It wasn't something you pulled out of your head, because we already knew that this was an adventure in the backyard that Miranda shared with you. Right? But you incorporated other parts of the overall family history into the book.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You actually have visuals there that help keep you on track with the creativity. I mean, I'm sorry, that picture is hilarious.
I should show you. I show you the picture, which I didn't incorporate this one here. The bunnies, we had Bugs and Babs for their names, and they would run around. And our old dog, the one after Max, when he saw them, we always thought he was chasing them. And then one day I watched him chasing them, and they were going around like the bushes and trees. And all of a sudden a storm lost them, and he was looking around, and the rabbit's like, he hopped out. He's like, I'm over here. And then we saw that Storm saw me. He's like, all right, let's go. And I realized, oh my God, he's playing with the dog. And so those are the kind of things that just makes you realize, like, wow, that's not normal. And I appreciate the small little things like that. The bats I didn't include in the story. We had a bat and Rob. There were two bats that went back and forth. It's hard to make bats cute sometimes. So
yes, it is hard. It is certainly hard. I had a really weird experience a couple of days ago. I was sitting out back, and this bat fell out of the sky.
Oh.
And I have never seen a bat up close. Oh. And so now I'm like, okay, my basement storm doors are open, and he's a little too near. And I get a little closer to try to scare him, and he goes, I'm like,
the little rats with wings. But I did get a bat house for my daughter's engagement party, if you remember, and we do have one bat, and they eat up to 1,000 mosquitoes an hour. Anyone that's having mosquito issues, I just want you to hear that, 1,000 mosquitoes an hour. But one thing I wanted to share also is real quick about the bunny. I wanted to put this in the book, and I just couldn't incorporate it. I have a picture of the rabbit, and it's outside, and there were a bunch of colored lacrosse balls in the yard. Okay. I wake up on Easter morning, I go outside to have a cup of coffee, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. And I took a picture. The rabbit was sitting on one of the crossbars. It looked like it had laid a bunch of eggs because the other balls were different colors. So it looked like it laid Easter eggs. It was, and one of them was under its butt. And it was just the most hysterical thing. So it's those things that like I want to incorporate. And then you know how I am about Halloween? My son, who's going to be in the next book that I'm almost done with, which is for next year, don't worry. He's like, we should do a Halloween book. And I'm like, oh my God, Scary Perry and the 4,000 kids that come here in Halloween. Oh, that's, yeah. So we'll see.
That's interesting.
I caught the bug.
A big part of this is also your ability to observe your environment, okay? And actually allow yourself that side of playfulness. Because there are a lot of us adults, I won't say middle-aged adults, that won't observe things like this and won't even allow our imaginations to take the next step. Like, oh, why is he on those things? You know, instead of, oh my God, he looked like he just laid a bunch of Easter eggs. That speaks a lot to the person, right? I think, and the way you view the world.
That's also part of my love of photography, though, too. If I'm being honest, I'm always looking for good pictures, so that gives me that desire to look at the world and try to capture those moments.
It's interesting that you incorporate that part of your, hobbies into. I hadn't even considered that angle.
Yeah.
Well,
can you shout out to Americo and to, of course, Houston and Sandra and Will and Mike and Chasen. It's great to see you, my friend. If you're not following Chasen Foreman, you got to check out this guy. Chasen Foreman has done so much work out there and so much great work. Just go check him out. You'll see why. And of course, Aaron Gibson, your producer, and Adrian. It's always great to see you. Copper's right here, Adrian. I know you always ask about her. And Ari. Well, Ari Medrano, one of the LinkedIn friends that I've met. There you are. And I met in person in DC. So she last time she came into DC, I couldn't meet up with her, but hopefully next time we will.
Yeah, and I do believe with Avi out there, it's a Happy Latina Day. I believe it's Happy Latina Day.
So, there you go.
Yeah, I believe so. I think Raquel Flores shared a post about that. So to all of the Hispanic women out there killing it.
Well, happy Latina Day to all the Latinas.
Right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are going to bring somebody up.
Oh.
Do you want to introduce her before we bring her up?
This is the apple of my eye. She's Poppy's little girl, my daughter Miranda, who is a very strong, independent woman, a professional. She's a social worker and does amazing work. And she's an amazing daughter.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, you guys.
It's so nice to see you again. How are you feeling? Like, having a chance to hold the book?
Right here. It has been sitting on my couch since we got it. I just keep looking at it, looking at the visuals, rereading it. It is truly just the cutest book. I'm so excited to have multiple copies of it, pass it out to, I'm finally at the age where I have friends having kids. And so it's super exciting to be able to, have something a little more personalized to share with my family and friends.
Oh, man, I am kind of jelly. I just want to say, I was complaining behind the scenes that I ordered mine the same day he ordered his, and mine was coming yesterday. And then I get a little Amazon delayed coming tomorrow, and I'm like, no. So, I want to hold it. I want to feel it too. So I'm really excited because I texted my neighbor across the street. She has a 2-year-old. And I'm like, you got to buy this book for Emilio. Right. I'm like, I really know the author. I published the book. You got to buy it. And, there's just excitement at every single turn when you're rolling out a book. And there's such a beautiful story behind it. I know Felipe has shared it before, but do you want to share with us again, why the book? What was the intention behind it?
Oh, the story. You mean the story between Max and her going out? That's the part. You want to share that, Miranda, or do you?
I thought you were going to share it. Do you want me to?
I'll share it because for her, remember, y'all, she was 3 years old. So for her, she remembers it, but I remember it a lot clearer. So it was a afternoon where our dog Max, was wonderful, and obviously followed her around everywhere. And I asked her to let the dog outside, and she's like, "I'm gonna go out with him." And they were out there for like maybe 5 minutes. I mean, it wasn't that long. And I go out there to check on them, and she comes back. She's like, "Oh, Poppy, we got lost. It was so scary, but Max was with me, and we saw all these animals, and thank God we got home safely." And I'm like, "Okay, it's been like 5 minutes, but calm down." And then it kind of hit me. I'm like, that actually is a really wild imagination. I love how, because again, she was 3 years old, so the bushes were taller than her. So for her, she was walking through like a little mini forest. And then I don't know if you remember this, Miranda, but do you remember the secret garden passage? So
and everything's coming back to me. Like, this book has really got me like I'm like questioning, because you're 3 years old. I'm like questioning, like, wait, do I actually do? I think I might remember this. Like, it's so funny. It's bringing back a lot of memories.
So one of the things I did incorporate in the book was we have a lot of pine trees along the side of our house, our backyard. The woman who owned the house before us 30 years ago didn't want to see her neighbors. So she planted pine trees lined up so she wouldn't see them. Little did she know that 20 years later, they're so tall that all you see is the trunk now. You can see your neighbors and it's fine. But those pine trees, when they were smaller though, the branches were hitting the fence. And so I started doing some hedge trimming, and I realized as I hedge trim, I'm like, oh, I'm creating like a little path. So I went all the way down along the fence, and it was like basically a little tunnel all the way down to the end of the yard. And I said, there's your little passage to the secret garden. So when you go play out in the woods or whatever, and you go have your adventures, you can go through the secret garden, and that's the secret entryway into the magical forest or whatever. So, and that's just, I wanted the kids to have fun and use their imagination, especially when I saw them tapping into it. Because, I mean, Nick, you and I growing up, we had sticks and we had bushes, and our imaginations, we went wild.
I know. You encourage that though by having those conversations, right? And looking at the things. So wait, well, I'm dying because now I gotta remind my husband when we do the pines that we gotta keep the dwarf ones because they're gonna grow.
Yes.
He's a neighbor. I'm dying here. I'm sorry. Just stop making me laugh, man. But speaking of which, your dad created something very beautiful for you, and we're gonna play it shortly. But I know that that's gonna pull us into the fields. So of course I had to joke around, and I have to share this. I want to have a little fun with you guys.
Uh-oh. Okay, sure.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's see now. You're gonna have to put yourself back, audience. You're gonna have to put yourself back, okay? Back into that childhood space to be able to answer some of these. I have 3 jokes for you. Ready?
All right.
All right. What kind of dog loves taking a bath every day? Come on, audience. What kind of dog loves taking a bath every day? I was going to announce a giveaway, but
I was going to say a poodle, but I don't know.
What were you going to say?
A poodle, but no, that doesn't.
That was actually close. It's a shampoodle.
Oh!
Listen, I had fun looking these up. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, how old are you? Oh my God, this was so fun. All right. You ready for the next one?
All right.
Come on, guys. Somebody in the audience has got to get one of these right. You got to take these 2 down.
Yeah, plus y'all can Google it. We can't because y'all can see us Google it.
You could, I guess we wouldn't say. Oh, that was a good guess. A Portuguese water dog. That was a good one, Linda. Oh my goodness. Okay. What do you call a frozen dog?
Frozen.
A popsicle. I don't know.
A what?
A popsicle?
You got it.
Oh yes.
I can't believe you got that. Oh my God.
That was a wild guess.
I know he got that one too because all he does is get our current dog Copper puppuccinos all the time. So
yeah, I do.
Puppuccinos?
Oh, free puppuccinos at Starbucks. You didn't know about that? Every
No,
Starbucks
I
gives
didn't.
out.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was bougie like that.
Sorry.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Every time he goes.
for like 10 years they've been doing it, and now if I come home with a Starbucks copper's like, where's my puppuccino? Like he's like all like doesn't care about me. He wants. So we have whipped cream that we can just do a little dollop in case we forget.
Oh my gosh! No,
But they just give you a little tiny cup, and they just put a little dollop in there, and it's a free little puppuccino.
Oh my God, that is so cute. I do remember, when we had Pokey that we go to like a local chain here in New York. I don't know if it's about, but Ralph's. And then every time we went, they would always give us a doggy cup with vanilla ice cream, which was like triple the amount of ice cream that we just paid for ourselves. So I'm like, well, why should we even like buy any? Oh my goodness.
So one thing before you share the video, I also want to share. Oh yeah, they are. I do tell a lot of dad jokes, Meryl. Yeah, that's probably.
I am telling jokes.
Yeah, I do. I'm not horrible, but I will throw one out every once in a while. But one of the things that in the book, you'll see in the very front cover, I showed it last time, there's this little picture of Miranda with Max when she was a little baby, right? Now, one of the things that, I had someone say like, wow, didn't that scare you having, such a big dog next to your baby? And
that was your host.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing I want you all to realize, and I have pictures of this. I need to pull them out. Miranda, she didn't terrorize Max, but she would poke her finger in his ear. She would stick her little fist into his mouth. She would like look at his nose and pull up his teeth and touch them. And we'd be like telling her, no, 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 no. And Max was just like, it's fine. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. And he wouldn't even get up and walk away. He would just let her do whatever she wanted. And that's how docile he was. But he looks like a wolf. So everyone knew if anyone came near her, just his look would protect her.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, just from what you're first of all, just seeing the pictures. Okay. Let's just start there. And then I remember, here am I the host now. And yes, I saw the picture. Don't get me wrong. I did see it and it did cross my mind. I didn't expect that I would blurt it out on live, but I did. And I'm like, so I was telling my other neighbor that the other day and I pulled it up and I'm like, look at this. I know you had a German Shepherd and I know his name was Bailey and I know he passed away. Did you do this with your kids? I just couldn't believe. Like you really have to trust that animal to be able to be like that in the world.
And one trick, if you bring a new baby home and you have a dog, one thing they say to do is bring in the baby blanket first and let the dog smell the baby blanket on you and get it all around, and then bring the baby in. And we did that. I don't know if that's why it helped or not, but I'm going to say we did it and he was wonderful. So I'd do it again if I had to.
And you didn't look that up. You logically like thought.
Oh, no. Someone told me. We didn't have Google when she was born. Oh, did we have Google? No, we didn't have Google yet. We had the internet. We didn't have Google when she was born.
Oh, goodness. Listen, you guys want one more joke? Miranda.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay. Felipe, give Miranda a chance because, like, you literally just like.
I know.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'll do well, but give me a minute, please.
All right, guys, let's do one more. And we want to see if you guys manage to get this. Like, seriously, in the audience, we do. Because Felipe has 3 awesome giveaways you're going to hear all about after we play the video. But I really want to see if somebody's going to catch this. Like, let's go. You ready? What's the difference between a pet tree and a pet dog?
Oh.
Something to do with bark. I have to do with bark.
What's the difference between a pet tree and a pet dog? I mean, other than, of course, the person's insane because they have a pet tree. Let's leave that at that. I don't see any answers in the comments. Like, seriously, guys.
Oh, come on, people. Give at least try.
I know it has to do with bark. It has to. But that's as far as I'm getting.
Well, you know what? I think you got far enough because it is. The tree has a quieter bark.
I was gonna say that, but then I was like, am I being wordy? It's like
the dad joke. Of course, it's gonna be.
I know. I gotta work on my dad jokes.
I was trying to think if there was a play on a tree's bark is not as bad as their bite. I don't know, something along those lines, but or a tree's bark has no bite. I don't know.
Look, you probably could have come up with another answer that would have made perfect sense. Actually, saying something like that.
Don't encourage me to come up with dad jokes. I don't need to have no. Don't do that.
Your talent over here.
The tree doesn't pee on the dog.
That one I like.
That's a good one.
Listen, I seriously had so much fun doing this book, and
I'm sorry. That is a great.
That was a good one. That really got me. I mean, I gotta say, on the heels of doing the horror author, when I started working on this one, it was like such a 180 for me. And just looking up these jokes and looking at these and creating the promo pieces, it brought so much light and laughter back into me. So I mean, I didn't think that I realized that to actually say thank you. Like I was like becoming really serious. And this whole experience just kind of helped lighten me up again. So thank you. Like look at me. I'm like gonna be laughing for days now.
So before you play the video, two things real quick. I know Miranda doesn't have a whole lot of time. First, I haven't seen her, and I already shared it earlier, sweetie. So sorry, but she had a little car accident today. She's okay, thank God, and so sweet of her to still show up. Her car's not looking too good, but hopefully we'll figure that out. But first of all, how are you? I mean, I know I talked to you, but you look good. You're not in any pain, right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thankfully, no one was hurt, so that's really all that matters.
All right, good. And then as far as this video that you're about to play, this is a little tribute to Miranda. It's something that's, that I wanted to give her, but also I want to give a shout out to Mike LeBlanc, who did the lyrics and added the music for it. So shout out to him on that. Videos, I can put them together. Lyric writing, not my thing.
Awesome. All right, guys, are you ready?
One more thing before we do this, I just have to say, I'm seeing a lot of #GoBlue, and right before we start this, just say, OH, baby, thank you very much.
Yeah. Don't, and anyone, look, if you know me, I don't have direct ties, but my daughter and my wife both went to Ohio State. My daughter and my wife is from Ohio, so yeah, Go Blue is not going to cut it here.
Love you and your support, but
listen, just all the comments that just said got your copy will just come off of this topic. There's tons of comments rolling in that says got your copy, and thank you so much for supporting Felipe. Thank you so much for supporting Miranda, because you are supporting Miranda as well. And I know that we cannot wait for the next book to roll out too. So thank God he said that's going to be sometime next year. So it seems that I have a breather. Wait, that's assuming he's coming back with me. Yes, I'm just throwing that out there.
It'll be ready for Christmas if you have time. I know you're busy, you got a lot of books being published, but it'll be ready for Christmas if we can get it out that soon. If not, early next year.
Very good. All right, guys, you ready for this? This video was created by your dad for you, and he had the song especially written for you as well. Well, for the video.
Oh, there's no sound. Oh, yeah, there is.
Miranda came running through the back door. Max at her heels like he's done before. 4 paws and 1 bright heart, making music in our yard. I watched her laugh at his silly games. Saw her whisper his secret names. She's learned love through wagging tail. A bond that time will never fail. Miranda and Max, 2 hearts that beat as one. Grateful for the joy they bring into
absolutely love that. There is some hilarious pictures in there, and that was really the cutest thing ever, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't really get asked for her approval on the pictures because some of the younger pictures, I know people out there would say she looks adorable, but from her eyes, she's like, no, I don't. Yeah, you do.
I think the cute kid ones. Great. It's that awkward teen phase that we all go through. Well,
you're a real person. People gotta see that you went through your awkward stage like everybody else did.
Of course. I mean, honestly, it's so funny to look back on those memories because literally, each picture I can almost probably correlate each memory clearly to exactly what we were doing. So those are some really good pictures with some really good memories.
Which the timing couldn't have been better because these two external drives I have here, I thought I'd put all my pictures over the last 20 years on these drives. And when I plugged it into my computer to access pictures like a year ago, nothing happened. And I'm like, crap, both of them are dead. I can't get my pictures. I was so upset about it. And then I was like, let me just try again. And then I got interrupted. I came back. 45 minutes later, it said, 42,000 pictures ready. I'm like, oh, it was taking too long. That's why.
Oh my God, that's a lot of pictures.
So I've gotten to 2008. I still have 2009 through 2018 to go through.
Oh, you're gonna have plenty of material to work with on this series. I gotta say, I loved there was the picture that popped up. I have to tell you, and I had to hone right in on that one, which was with the depressed looking squirrel on the front. Because you showed me the original and then I seen him there.
Remember Miranda? Remember him?
But it's so funny that you named all of them. Oh goodness gracious.
Oh, so the squirrels were Rocky and Bullwinkle. I mean, just because we had to, the bunnies were Bugs and Babs. The bats were Bat and Rob, and then the other ones I can't remember. She even named the fish. I had a big fish called Ord. Anyone that remembers Dragon Tales? It was an old kid show. We named all the fish after the Dragon Tales characters. There was Cassie, there was Ord, and I forget the other ones.
That's so funny, being a child of a mom that really didn't care for pets. We always had a dog, or sometimes we had a cat. But she'd be trying to sweep the cat under the table, move, I'm cleaning right now. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because some people just love pets and some people, just aren't. But it's heartwarming to hear that you were so involved in their love for the pets, and naming them and just sharing this whole kind of a whimsical time with them. So I have a question. Are you guys able to name every single pet you ever had? And I don't mean all the ones that are the extended family in the backyard, because obviously you have lots of them.
Miranda, you want to try?
Let me try with their mate. See, we had
we had a lot of animals, Nick.
A lot of reptiles in there. I don't even know if we named some of them. I'm gonna go with. I can start with I can go over our the pets that are furry friends. I can go over our furry friends.
Let's do it. Let's start with all the dogs you had. What were their names and what breed was it?
Okay, so we had Max. Max is our first dog, Belgian Tervron. After Max, it was Storm, who was a Border Collie Lab mix. Then while we had Storm, I got my first dog, which was Chewy. Chewy was a mutt. We ended up calling him a multi-poo chow chow terrier mix. I don't know how we ended up there. That's how we ended up. And then throughout that, we also had cat-wise. We had one cat. My first cat was Zarina. She was a black cat. For Zarina, we have our last cat, which was Lucky. He was our one-eyed furry friend that you might get a little glimpse at. And then now we have who is our poodle. I'm sure that sounded like him back there.
Copper.
And we also have my favorite dog, which is Gia.
All right. So she did pretty good. But first, Copper's here.
I think Copper's like, you got to make sure you name me too.
So real quick. So we had Zora was our first cat that was with us when she was born. And then Zarina was a small cat. And then we had, of course, Max. And then we had Storm. And we had, of course, Chewy. We also had the lizards, which I'll tell a story about that in a minute. I can't remember the names of the lizards either. We had three birds. The birds' names were Nana, Nightwing, and oh crap, what was the third one? Nana, Nightwing, and I forget. Well, so we had three birds. And then we had Lucky, Storm, Copper, Gia, and of course our extended family of Lulu, Zeus, Chloe, and Benny.
You didn't have some of these like simultaneously, right? Like the cat and the dog.
At one point, we had like 5 animals in this house. At one point, it was no, I'm sorry. We have one Christmas tree ornament that has, I think it was 3 birds, cat, and 2 dogs. So we had 6 animals.
Wow! Oh my goodness gracious!
Now, I'm going to give you all a little warning here. If sensitive topic about lizards that might get hurt. So if you don't want to hear the story, baby lizards that we found at the beach, by the way, and we didn't hurt them, but here's the story real quick. So if you don't want to hear it, turn down the volume for about 60 seconds. Miranda comes to me crying one morning, waking up saying, "The lizards are dead. The lizards are dead. There's blood everywhere." I'm like, okay, there's not blood everywhere. The lizards aren't dead. I'm like, I just fed them yesterday, And for anyone that has small lizards, you feed them crickets. Apparently, you bring a bag of crickets, you put them in there, and they eat them. So I got a big bag of crickets, and I threw them all in there the night before. So she came back up again, and this time she's like in tears. I'm like, okay, I get up, I go, what? Show me what's wrong. And I go down. Apparently, some lizards will become so docile that they won't move, and the crickets decided to eat the lizard.
Oh my God, I kind of figured you were going there, and you said you got this whole big bag of crickets, and
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And what she described, it looked like a massacre. That's all I'm going to say. It was. So after that, no more lizards.
Yeah,
no more lizards.
After that. But wait, aren't you sure? Never mind.
What?
Were the frogs in there too? Wasn't that part of it?
No, that was later. The frogs were separate. The frogs didn't get massacred. They were okay.
Oh gosh, you guys, this has been so much fun. I can't believe that we're 9 minutes to already, and Felipe actually created some beautiful thank you giveaways, and yes, we saved it towards the end. So one of, I don't know if you want to mention.
No, you share it. You share it.
All right, great. All right, so he is going to give away $25 Amazon gift card, okay, to the first person that will post a short video of themselves reading the storybook to their child. Now, I understand social media social media, people are sensitive about having their children's feces. Completely understandable. Like, take a shot where you see their feet. That is perfectly fine. We do respect that. But if you share a video reading the story to a child in a post, and make sure you share the links. It's really important you share the book links. You can find them in any of Felipe's posts. You can find them in any of the Guiding Brilliant Writers page posts. So you can pull those links. Make sure you get that post link right off to Felipe. The first person that hits his inbox, DM on LinkedIn with a link with a video will get a $25 Amazon gift card from him. All right, so that'll buy you a couple of Miranda books.
I tell you what, if someone has their spouse dress up like a child and show a video of you reading the book to your adult spouse as dressed as a child, I'll give you a $15 Starbucks gift card too.
Oh, babe.
She loves her coffee.
He's so shy. Aaron will tell you. Aaron will be like, yeah, there's no one know about the money you're gonna pay Booch.
Oh, see, I could see Aaron doing that though.
Yeah, you know what?
I could totally see Aaron doing that.
It's so freaking awesome to like, just look at it.
Yeah, see, there he is.
I love it.
So $25 for a child, $15 Starbucks for an adult.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, $50 is on the table.
15. Oh, 15.
15. I thought you said 50.
No. 15. You buy yourself a couple cups of coffee. That's it. I'm not going crazy here.
But no, I love that. I just love that you just threw that in there. That is hilarious. All right, who doesn't want to get some serious lesson? All right, so let's go. Here's the second one. We're going to do a buy one, get a signed one. What does that mean? You buy a copy of the paperback book, post a picture, all right, with you and the person that you're giving it over to. Some of you, don't have little ones afoot anymore. Some of you are grandparents and you want to buy it for the grandkids. This is the perfect opportunity to snap a shot of the person that you're giving the paperback to. And Felipe is going to send you a signed copy of the book. All right, signed copy. So again, you need to make sure that he's aware that you posted this. So you got to make sure that you send in DM the link to him. I know tons of DM links are going to be hitting your DMs. So guys, the faster you go, the better chance you have to win that.
And I'll screenshot the DM so you can see whoever won came first to make sure that everyone knows.
Absolutely. And he'll announce it. So then this way, all right, it's 3 days later. Best not send it anymore. So you don't keep sending it. All right, let's go to the last one. The last one is, it's really huge for me. And I want to really thank him for this. So, Felipe wrote in 2 of the anthologies put out by Guiding Brilliant Writers. The first one was about the LinkedIn platform, and everybody who knows him knows he has a lot of love for this platform, for the connections, and that book that he's holding up is part 2 in the trilogy. We came as professionals who make impact as people, and truly that's how I feel. We make impact as people, hence the reason that I created the title for that book. He wrote in the second one as well. And incidentally, when he wrote in the first one, he did say he didn't consider himself to be a writer. Well, he turned around and wrote in the second one shortly thereafter. And so much has come out of that book for him. I remember he shared a post that so many people in his family didn't know he was writing a book. And then when he wrote the book, there was so much shared in it that they themselves didn't know about him, about his thoughts, about his feelings, and just something that would go down the generations to his family, which was the second Legacy Chronicles book, A Message to My Family. So this year we're doing Legacy Chronicles 2025, and this one's a letter to my family. This is my story. So as a way to give back and to encourage people to take that chance, if you've ever wanted to write, Felipe is offering to match the $50 discount that I give from Guiding Brilliant Writers to new writers. So there are now 78 co-authors with Guiding Brilliant Writers and a handful of solo authors. If you would like to add your 3,500 word chapter to Letter to My Family, this is my story. We're going to be launching in time for Thanksgiving. We are offering a $50 discount for first-time writers, and Felipe is going to match that. So it would be $100 off the cost of the chapter. And one of the wonderful things Guiding Brilliant Writers started doing now is for the first 30 days of sales, the royalties are shared amongst the co-authors. The publishing company does not get those royalties. That is shared amongst the co-authors. And the last part of all of this is that you get to purchase co-author copies at co-author cost, right? So that means that you can buy at co-author cost what you would probably pay. You will pay a fraction of what you would when you're standing in the store going, does this person really need another spatula? I'm just kidding, not a spatula. But you don't know what the hell to buy. Okay, so this makes a beautiful gift to give family members at Christmas. And for the cost of maybe $5 or $6, depending on the size of the book and such, you could certainly buy tons of copies and give them out to your family and friends. So I want to thank you for that very generous offer on your part, and most of all for, giving a safe space through your live stream and showing people that this was 25 years in the making and you made it happen, that writing is and becoming published is not a dream, that is not something that could be accomplished. It can totally be accomplished. So thank you for all the love out there. Felipe, Miranda.
Well, no, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's come, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Miranda, your grandmother, Linda, is watching on YouTube, as well as Mona, who used to work with me at PRB. So, and everyone that just joined the entire conversation, I appreciate you. Lanier, it's great to see you here as well. And your brother Brady just got home, so keep an eye out for that name, Brady. It's part of the next book that will be coming out. That's her younger brother. And if you notice, and if you buy the book, and if you do notice a cat in there, it's not a illustration error. It is a one-eyed cat that we rescued. So we considered him like he was lucky to have an eye. Of course, the story will come later. Miranda didn't like the name Lucky, so she just called it Cat.
Oh my goodness. What about Miranda? You have any closing words for us before?
Yes. Just to say, I called it a term of endearment, just to clarify. But I just want to thank, obviously, you, Nick, for helping my dad's dream come to life. I think this has really just been such an incredible experience for him. I'm super excited for everyone to get the book. I can't wait to share it with family and friends of mine, and just to everyone out there that's supporting, my dad through this and enjoying the book as much as us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys. I think this story is just part of my childhood, and I can't wait to see more come up and just have this as something that we can pass down to generations. So thank you guys all. I hope you guys enjoy the book as much as we do, and just keep supporting. Thank you.
And I just want to say, I hope that people just use it to tap into their children's imagination and let them have fun. They're going to have enough life stresses later on. Don't give them an iPhone and an iPad. Give them a book and let them play outside with their imagination. And I just want to say also thank you to Tom, Colin, and to Dr. Tanya for joining us.
I love that idea. It's the perfect opportunity to take that book, sit outdoors if the weather is nice, and read the story. Tell your kid, do you want to go on a backyard adventure? Let's do it. Trailer it behind and tell them, keep an eye out for the animals that you see out there. Let's give them a couple of names. You can name one of the squirrels too. I love that as a starting point for parents to be able to connect with the kids outside of just sitting in a chair on the couch in bed reading the story. Take the book outside and let them name all their animals too. Of course, you're never going to get as cool names as Felipe and Miranda, but that was so good. All right, guys, thank you so very much. Please go out and buy the book. The links are shared everywhere. You're going to find them all over Felipe's profile, all over mine. I'm going to throw this up one more time. Make sure you get your phones out.
Hey, Brady.
Paperback on BarnesandNoble.com. All right, so on behalf of all of us and Guiding Brilliant Writers, have a wonderful evening. If you have a book that you are thinking about publishing, give me a call. I promise you that Nick's pretty easygoing, and if I can help, I can, and if I can't, well, I will certainly point you in the right direction. Bye-bye, everyone.
Adios.
Miranda came running through the back door. Max at her heels like he's done before. 4 paws and 1 bright heart, making music in our yard. I watched her laugh at his silly games. Saw her whisper his secret names. She's learned love through wagging tail, a bond that time will never fail. Miranda and Max, 2 hearts that beat as one. Grateful for the believe.